What's up, everybody? Welcome. So this video is going to be serving three purposes. One, it's going to be documenting my trip with my wife and daughter who are inside going to the bathroom right now at this gas station. But also it's going to be a test of this Insta360 Ace Pro 2. So I'm using it right now. I've got the little grip on it. I've got like the cinematic lens on it, using like the Leica profile straight out of camera with the internal mic. So if the audio is bad, like, my apologies. I don't feel like hooking a mic up to everything. And the third thing is going to be just talking about anything photography related across the week. So this might be a long vlog, long video, I don't know. But anything photography related, we'll talk about it. And we're going to continue our trip down. We did about 10.5 hours driving yesterday from Michigan down to Ottawa, Tennessee, which is just north of the Georgia border. And then we took driving down, I guess, from Ottawa, Tennessee down to Miami, which is about a 12.5 hour drive today. And so driving this Yukon right here, this bad boy, she's doing great, getting like 21 miles the gallon, 22 miles the gallon. I shut off into the 4-cylinder activation mode because that's a bunch of EPA crap that doesn't work. As you can tell, I'm getting 22 miles the gallon still. And yeah, we're having a good time. So let's see what this vlog turns into and some pictures. We'll talk about camera setup in just a little bit, but for video, most of it's going to be on this Insta360 Ace Pro 2. Which, by the way, I love the little flip-up screen. Super cool. Finally boarded. Finally boarded. So hi, wife. Get in the vlog. She doesn't want to be in the vlog. Sorry. It's okay. Anyways, waiting for our room, gonna have a drink or two, and then we'll talk about the interesting choice I made for my camera kit, some changes I made. Just a shocker, right? Shocker. I mean, I think this cruise is meant for photographers, right? It's kind of crazy. I gotta be totally honest with you guys. My kids would have loved this, and I wish I would have brought them. This play area down here is super awesome. This boat's pretty incredible. Pretty incredible. Alright, so it's been a couple of days actually since I've made the last couple of clips, just because I've been busy having fun. And really I'm kind of breaking this trip into 3 different sections. But this one was more about kind of a decision I made recently with camera kit stuff. And so this right here is my Fuji X-T5, and this is what I brought on the trip. But if you notice, what I have on here is just the 16-55 version 2. And I've recently made the decision to sell all my other lenses that I had for them, which wasn't many. It was the 16-80, and then I had the 35 f2 and the 50 f2. And what I found was that the 16-80, oftentimes I didn't want the f4 because it was too slow. And with the 35 f2 and the 50 f2, those are excellent lenses, and they are smaller, but this really covers all of it. And I felt like at f2.8, this lens versus the f2 on the primes, you really could have gone either way with it. And so what I'm kind of setting up for is that I'm going to get the 50 to 140 to go with this, because I want to get something for the sports and stuff like that. But then when it comes to other prime lenses, I'm either going to go ultra fast or I'm going to go ultra small. So maybe the 23-28 or 27-28 again, or something like the 1814 again, or maybe even like the Voigtlanders, the 2312, those types of things. I just feel like that the f2 primes are great lenses, but when you have something like this 16-55 f2.8, it's so sharp, the colors are so good, it's so versatile that especially for something like this on a vacation, this is really all you need, and this is a really good option. So I sold all those other lenses, and this is all I have right now is a complete camera kit besides film cameras, is this XT5 and this 16-55. But just thinking more holistically about the kit itself, if I'm going to have primes, they've got to do something very unique. And I think this actually goes back to many, many years ago when I first started doing photography. Zooms are kind of like the do-it-all type lenses, and then your primes need to be specialty lenses. And that's how I'm going to kind of treat the kit kind of stuff going forward a little bit. Now that said, thinking of small lenses, it's not lost on me this XT5 is not a small setup. If I were to get something next time, like I'm going to Portugal soon, right? I feel like for something like that, I would love a small pancake, the 20-28 on an even smaller body, maybe the XM5 or maybe like an XT30 type thing. And I'm saying Fuji brand names because what I've found is that the pictures out of this camera, especially using Reala Ace, I modified Reala Ace for this type of environment where it's like this like Caribbean blue and warm and sunny, and I think it looks really, really good. And so I'll show some pictures here at the end of this video of what I've taken so far. We've been on the boat the entire time, so there is boat pictures, but I'll show some pictures of Reala Ace. I think Fuji does a really good job straight out of camera, and again, I have not hit any complaints with this lens. I've been using the wider end of it for the most part, but then there's been times it bumped up to 55 millimeters and to use that, and it's been excellent. A lot of these pictures are shot at f8 or f5.6. f2.8 certainly not necessary, at least during the day it's not. And so I think for travel, if you're okay with the size, this lens really can do everything you need by a long shot, and I'm going to treat my primes as specialty lenses. And so this is the big kind of kit change that I made, and then I'll be looking for something smaller or ultra fast and more pocketable. Anyways, guys, here is my Reala Ace, modified Reala Ace Fujifilm recipe that I have, that I've used, and here are some pictures I've taken. And tomorrow, or at least tomorrow for me, but when you guys see the video, I don't know when that'll be, we're after the bucket shot. I'm going to vlog that. I say bucket shot like Peter McKinnon, but it's a shot I had in mind. It's maybe a little bit cliche. We're in St. Martin, but one of the photos I want to get is the airplanes coming down, and I want to get one that was super, I guess, like underneath it, just the airplane taking up all the space. And the other one I wanted to get is off from the side more, right? And so those two I definitely wanted to get. And the third one is I wanted to do something with some framing. I wanted to find something where there's going to be people and then the plane between it. So we'll play that. We'll talk about it tomorrow in another video. But here are the pictures I've taken. And again, thinking about your kit, get the one lens that does it all and let your primes be your specialty lenses. That's kind of how I'm thinking about it right now. All right, see you in the next video.